4.
All
Wake up, Wilmington. We have to look up today, guys, because the camera is way up there.
Yeah.
See the camera up there? So if we do this all day, all they're going to see the top of our head.
I can direct it
No, I'm just saying. See what I mean?
Yeah, it does look like we're looking down.
At least I do have hair on the top of my head.
All right.
We'll take it. It's about 50 degrees out right now, and we're looking for a high mid-60s. Today is the day if you want to get out, because they're calling chance of rain Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Oh, yeah.
But Saturday and Sunday is looking good right now. And,
Hope Sunday's good. My granddaughter's getting married Sunday.
oh, congratulations. Is this the first or second?
No, it's
or
inside.
Third or fourth?
First.
Okay.
We wondered if it ran as a family jury.
You know it does.
That's the only thing that runs the family.
We'll tell you tomorrow, be ready. Tomorrow is a weather awareness day. Boom, 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 boom. Saying possibly some storms.
Yep.
Possibly. So, but who knows? It was supposed to rain, what was it, last Saturday or Saturday before? Oh, it's going to rain, it's going to do all this, and didn't do a daggone thing. So I got our cruising last Thursday night. No one showed up because there's rain all around us. The Sabina, no rain. So, which is great. We have Jerry, the Jerry Bear, back on with us. We have the lovely Dr. Well, she's not doctor, but she's close enough.
Yeah.
What?
Nurse practitioner.
I was going to say that. Nurse practitioner Tracy Kelly, who is going to be a new business resident of the great Eden of Ohio. And as a member of Sabina, we welcome you, and we're glad. I even announced at my church, which it's not a lot of people in there. I said that you're coming, and you don't take insurance, because
How did the snakes take it?
they loved it. No, we don't do snakes. I tell you, my church, one of them churches, it's going to have to rebuild or it's going to die, because it's myself and my wife. Well, my wife more than me, but we're probably the two youngest that go there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my wife definitely, not me. Well, I tell you, I probably am close. I'm in the bottom. I'm in top 4 as far as youngest. So, and that's the preacher, his wife, me, and Rachel. All right, so here we go. We got lots of news. Feel free to say anything you want as I do the news here. All right. No, there's a lot of news today. I'm just saying. Shedeur Sanders, did you follow that any this weekend?
No.
Yeah, Cleveland's going to win the Super Bowl.
I've seen that.
Well, what's funny is Cleveland, his dad put out a statement like a couple months ago. He says, I just sure hope he doesn't get drafted by Cleveland.
He didn't go to the 5th round, did he?
No. Well, and everybody's saying that because I guess he's pretty stuck up. His attitude's pretty stinky. I guess they built a whole new room on this house for draft day. And like I said, legend, fabulous, and all this stuff on the walls. And ended up being 5th round. So I wish any of them good luck. But I think Daddy might have messed him up. Well, think about this here a second. I mean, Daddy, I think, coached him all the way up. So.
Yeah, he was coaching him in Colorado, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
and when he was at the old black school in the South, I'm trying to think of the name of it. But anyhow, he was a coach here too. So if I draft this dude and I'm the coach, I'm thinking, well, Deion's going to be coming for my job.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So I don't think that helped
Deion,
him.
well, he was a pretty good athlete. Though,
Deion was great. He was two-way. Everybody talks about Bo Jackson, but Deion about broke my hand one time. I'm sitting down at the Red Stadium, and he hit a foul ball, and that thing hit the chair right beside me. Oh, my God. It was like a rocket. Luckily, didn't hit me, but it was close.
Needed a nurse practitioner.
I would have. I don't know if I had him back in. When did that arise, nurse
Well,
practitioners?
they've been around for a long time. They just weren't as popular as they are now, I feel
Yeah.
like.
They weren't popular back then.
I mean, we've come with a lot more rights than we used to traditionally have, so.
Reds did sweep the Rockies this week, 3 in a row, which is nice.
They're over 500, I think.
I think like a game or two, yeah. That's good. We'll take that. Right now, we'll take that. Kobe Minor wins the title of Mr. Irrelevant. He was the 257th pick in the draft. Patriots picked him up. So he won me $7. So I was happy about that. Let's see. Stocks had a good week. S&P was up 4 days in a row last week. So we'll see what happens this week.
Well, you know,
With Trump, you never know.
the way I look at that is until they get back to where they were before everything fell off a cliff, don't be bragging about big gains. All you're doing is just recovering.
Well, are you talking about before they fell off the Biden cliff or the Trump cliff?
Trump cliff.
See, I think there's a cliff before that. Even.
Well,
I
yeah.
don't know. I think that, if it's true, they said that with these tariffs, anyone that makes $200,000 a year or less will probably not pay income tax.
I like that.
Yeah.
Because they're generating so much money from these tariffs.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's only going to affect one of us in the room.
Yeah. Everybody got scared of the tariffs, and that's why everything fell off. I mean, it wasn't nothing.
Well, yeah, it's the fear of the unknown. But listen to this,
Oh, here we go.
Mr. Scaredy Cat. You played right into my web.
Oh, yeah.
No, listen to this.
All right.
Since the Rose Garden announcement about the tariffs, which everybody was in a tussle about, American investors have invested in American products. American investors have invested how many billions of dollars in American products? What do you think?
100 billion.
Not quite that much. What do you
This
guys
is a
think?
higher or lower?
65.
Lower.
30.
30 billion. That's a lot. 30 billion when we're supposed to be scared. They put 30 billion new money in it.
Well, they got all that extra money because eggs come down.
Yeah, that's right. Eggs are cheaper
Yeah.
now.
My
Yeah.
eggs are free. I have chickens.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, well, I think that we used to, toilet paper and eggs, which are pretty expensive right now, we used to use that
Yeah.
in other ways. A lot. Whether it was TP in houses or throw eggs in them.
You can't really afford to do that anymore. Maybe that's why we never see anybody toilet papering
That's
anymore.
right. That's right. Yeah, that's true.
That's true. Trump's not buying what Putin's wanting to stop the war. I mean, Russia just had a big bombing again this last weekend.
Well, Trump's
so.
upset with him about that.
Well, yeah. Heck yeah, he is.
He thinks he's trying to just play him along.
Stephanie Morton, Debbie Bowling, how you guys doing out there?
It was probably smart because Zelensky, he won't have any power if they end the war. So, and he's probably not going to have any money coming in if they end the war because it'll all go to rebuilding.
The best thing Zelensky could do is resign.
Well, he should, but he won't because he's a narcissist.
But
He's
did-
power hungry.
Did you see the big picture of him and Trump talking at the Pope's funeral?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
15 minutes, they said.
Is that what it was? Trump's like, hey, put me in a butthole, you know? Because Zelensky still wanting land they had before the war it even started, that Russia had. It's like,
You know, he's not getting Crimea back, so I might as well just write that off.
Well, didn't they take some kind of a vote in Crimea, and they
wanted
voted
to stay
they wanted
with
to,
Russia.
they wanted to be with
They're
Russia.
more Russian than they are
Yeah.
Ukrainian, so that's part of the reason.
All right, at the box office this last week, anybody see? I haven't seen a movie in so long at the movie theater.
Same.
I watched a couple on Netflix this weekend, and both of them were just kind of like, weren't that great. But anyhow, there's this movie out about vampires.
Vampires suck.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah, they do suck. You're right.
real funny, Jerry.
What?
$48 million it brought in week one, which was last week. And surprisingly,
This was a movie that was at the theater.
yeah, Sinners. Sinners is the name of it.
Sinners?
Yeah, 48 million. You'd probably
That's
like
the
it.
story of my life.
I was gonna say you'd probably like it. It brought in 48 million the first week, but get this, the second week, $45 million, which is unheard of.
That's pretty good.
That's real good, yeah. The Accountant 2 finished third. It was at 24.5. Then I didn't even know they re-released this movie. Guess what was number 2? Anybody want to take a guess? A re-release. Revenge of the Sith. Star Wars.
Oh,
I didn't know that was out.
Well, I didn't either.
Huh.
I read it. Heck, it brought in $25 million this last weekend. That's a re-release.
Well, that's like a Disney movie.
Well, it is now, yeah.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
yes, they're owned by them.
Was Minecraft number one?
No, number one was Sinners.
Oh,
The Sinners, the vampire movie. 48. Did you see Minecraft?
I didn't. My son did.
See, I kind of wanted to see it just from the ads. It looked funny. It
Did
looked,
they tear up the theater?
My grandson's seen it too. No, he's 18.
well, yeah, that was the other part about it. It was almost Rocky Horror-ish. You know, you play along when certain spots. I guess, yeah, you know, when they have the zombie chicken scene, people get on everybody's shoulders and run around. Yeah, seriously, yeah,
Gotta
that's
see this movie.
yeah, that's what I mean.
do they lay rotten eggs?
I don't know what they do.
I don't know.
I don't know, but and just the cast in it and the previews did a good job on selling me. It just looked like it would be fun, you know. Let's
Johnny Going, Charlie.
I don't know. It's not even here anymore, so I'll probably just wait for Netflix, I guess. Canada to choose prime minister. I think is that today, or is this
I
week?
thought it was over.
No, it's either today or this week sometime.
They said Trump's having an effect on the election.
Yeah, it's not a good one either, because the person is going to win. I guess 6 months ago had no chance of winning, but now Trump's president of the United States, he's probably going to win. Trump has had a reverse effect. This Friday, companies project a lot of earnings. 180 of the S&P 500 will be coming out with earnings reports. Let's see, what else we got? I write down some of this stuff. Oh, the Eagles. I think, what did I write that down for? Crystal has zombies on that game. Very good. On Minecraft.
Oh.
Yeah. The Eagles are at the White House today.
Except, I thought their quarterback wasn't going.
Who cares? Yeah. That Saquon Barkley was eating with Trump yesterday. I think they played golf together yesterday. I mean, yeah, if someone wants to make a statement, you win a Super Bowl, you get a chance to visit the White House. Who cares who the president is? You know, you got to take that out of it. You like them or don't like them. You know, you just that's maybe a once in a lifetime honor. So if you're stupid enough not to go, that's on you. I mean, that's the way I look at it. I mean, even if it was a Democrat, I'd still go. You know, yeah. All right, here we go. This is today or tomorrow is the 100th day for Trump in office. Seems like it's been a lot longer than that. And I like Trump, but he's been doing a lot. Yeah, so.
He's got something out every day, doesn't he?
Well, and it's funny because
There's just some news every day.
I'll come home after the show and sit there. A lot of times we'll watch like Fox around noon. And we don't call it the Fox News Network anymore. We call it the Trump News Network. Because every day he's like got a press conference or something on. But he's a narcissist.
I'm not sure why he has a press secretary, because you're right. He is a narcissist, so he likes to talk to people and he likes to say what he's got going on.
She's good, though. She puts them in her place. I
No,
like
she
her.
is. I do too.
I like her.
I'm just saying, like, he's
Right.
He overshadows
You know,
her
I
sometimes.
agree. Well, she always, that's one of their favorite terms. I want to stay out of the way of the president on this. We'll let him carry that first, then we'll take it up. Another movie, this is with the Marvel comic stuff. It's coming out this Friday. Thunderbolt. Or Thunderbolts, I guess it is. I think this is like superheroes made out of bad guys, I think, is what it is. I think. I could be wrong. But I'll tell you what, let's take a break. Now I've got a few more little news things, and we'll get into our guest here. We'll beat her to death because she's got a lot of new stuff going on.
Aha.
Labor analysts have done the math. If God used union workers to create the world, just how long would it take?
6 days and a day of rest? Hardly. Experts say we might still be under construction, but at least we'd be on more solid ground.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett.
Made-up stories just like these are what we're about on The Murphy Report, with a new report every Monday morning on the Murphy Theater website and our YouTube channel.
Plus all the real news about what's coming to the Murphy Theater.
Ohio's hometown theater in the heart of downtown Wilmington.
Hosted by veteran anchors Vanessa Del Rey and Breck Stone. It's news you might lose. But if you do, we'll find it, we'll pick it up, we'll roll it up, and we'll stick it back in your front screen door.
That sounds more like a newspaper, Steve.
This isn't a newspaper?
The Murphy Report.
Remember, if it's news to you,
It's news to us.
Are animals using your house as their new home? Spring is around the corner, and so is birthing season for wildlife. Give us a call today if you are hearing noises in your attic or under your house. Here at Diamondback Wildlife Extraction, we can take care of your wildlife removal needs and repairs. Nuisance wildlife can be very destructive to your house, such as chewing on or through electrical wiring and much more. Call us today to book an appointment for inspection at 937-302-6372. We strike back.
All right, Right to Life of Clinton County Shoe Drive this Saturday, May 3rd. Man, May, that doesn't seem right, does it? May 3rd, all right. 10 a.m. to
Still
2.
not warm.
I know, that's why I guess it doesn't seem like it. Dove Church, Wilmington parking lot, gently used or gently new shoes. Any age or variety. Ladies, bring them 10-inch stilettos. There you go. And just
I
messing
think
around.
6 is the max.
Six the max. I don't know.
I can't wear any. I fall in
Bring
just
your-
tennis shoes.
Bring your shoes with your dead goldfish. Huh? No, I don't have any. I have wore Crocs a few times since my nurse practitioner and my foot doctor said that you should wear Crocs, which I always thought that was a Croc. But anyhow, that's what you guys said.
Yeah, they're good. They're
Both
good,
of you.
especially for neuropathy.
That same day, I don't have them on the day, but 'cause I knew I was coming upstairs. I didn't bring any coffee today for that reason too. I just thought, yeah,
I went down and got me
I noticed that. All right.
from Charlie's.
I was surprised I didn't see you at Coffee House this morning.
I'll have to go out there.
You're expected. There you go. All right, well, let's finish up the news here. Just a couple more quick things. You know what Saturday is?
You gonna bet on it?
Ladies, get your, I don't know, I don't, if I do, it'll be something small.
They have to get their hats.
Ladies, get your hats, get your mint juleps, which I heard this tastes really nasty. Have you ever had a mint julep?
I haven't. My sister goes every year. They live down by Louisville.
Oh, there you go.
Mhm.
There you go.
Yeah.
I've been by it. I've never been there. You ever been to Churchill Downs or been to the race?
I have not.
I bet it would be interesting maybe one
Which
time.
one?
But my ex-wife has. This is the last one.
Oh,
The
okay.
last one?
Just checking. I was asking for a
Number
friend.
four.
You guys are awful rough on each other.
I was asking for a friend.
Well, we
They
belong
are.
to not an exclusive club, but a club.
I try to be easy on both.
That's why I said I was asking for a friend. I knew you wanted to know.
Charlie,
Yeah.
Charlie tries to be easy on us.
No, I knew who it was.
Marriage and Charlie's.
Since I'm the only one that's been married for 25 years sitting here, you know, to one person. Not collectively. 35 collectively.
So Michelle says this is the only sport I do bet on.
Oh, there you
Michelle,
go.
you're saying you bet on marriage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you gonna bet? If you got any insights, give me some insights because I don't know anything about it right now. Although the draft, I will say I did okay on the draft. I think I finished like $10 ahead, so,
So
it wasn't bad.
what kind of a ranking did you give the Bengals in their draft?
See. Well, I'm gonna tell you what, and I'll wear it in here one day next week. I am now going to declare myself
A Browns fan.
No, hell no. Hell no. Didn't you see that post I put on there
Yeah, I saw it.
about the Browns yesterday?
Yeah, no, I don't think I saw
Oh,
it.
God, it was funny. They had the Browns helmet laying on the side. It
So
said,
do you think the
the
Browns?
Browns, no, here's what it said. The Browns are now eliminated
Oh, that's
from the
what I
playoffs.
Yeah.
So you think that their draft was worse than the Bengals?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I didn't pay much. I know they got 2 quarterbacks, which, why did you get 2 quarterbacks?
Well, don't they still have 5?
Well, one, he's not going to play. He's done. When they still got Flacco, probably their best quarterback, in my opinion, is Kenny Pickett. So we'll see what happens there. 11 people were killed after, I don't know if you guys heard about this, a car ran into Vancouver, yeah.
Vancouver.
Car ran into a crowd in Vancouver, yeah, 11. I think that's the new way, if I want to kill a bunch of
Mass
people,
murder.
just get in my car and go find a crowd.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a copycat thing happening, not good. Did you see the Iranian explosion?
Yeah. Did you think that was an accident, or do you think that was a
I'm gonna tell you,
military?
when I first saw it, I thought, oh crap, we started.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't sound like we had anything to do with it. So did you see that?
Nothing proved.
Huge. And I watched the video. They had one, and this guy was probably a mile away, and you saw it go, boom. And then like another 10 seconds later, it went big boom, and his feed went off. Hopefully he was okay, but it was bad.
Michelle chooses her horse by the name or what color they
I
Hey,
like that.
it's all right. There's nothing wrong with that.
are. No strategy at
There used to be a song by America, a horse with no name or something. All
all.
right.
That's the song.
All right. One last news things, and then we'll be done with the news, I think. Airfare is getting cheaper.
Yeah, that's because the planes fall apart when you're in them.
Yeah.
Airfare is getting cheaper.
Well, that's because they got rid of a bunch of mechanics. So
Still safer than driving. A lot safer than driving.
Yeah, I would say that's true, but it makes a lot more noise when a plane crashes because you get 100, 200 people killed at the same time.
Sometimes they survive, not often.
There's
Not often.
much survival from an
No, just water.
Oh.
I'm trying to get some, that's no reason I didn't bring coffee. I catch hell. So I got
I'm
water.
drinking my coffee.
air. Actually, the most dangerous time, obviously, is landing or taking off when we talk about planes. It's not in the air flying.
where was that? I heard on the news this morning, and I just kind of caught it. That a speedboat hit a
I seen that.
Hit
That was
a,
impressive.
yeah, and then they took off. The boat that hit the ferry
Ship or
boat
something? Or?
took off, and they're looking for them.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they survived that. Did you see it? Did you see that? Are we talking about the same thing where the boat was going 200 miles per hour and they launched up?
In the air?
Yeah, and the two people.
Joe
That's not
Holden was
bad.
We're
watching.
talking about two different
That
things, I
was
think.
like a 007 movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was impressive.
This one was there was a boat with 6 people on it, and they hit a ferry boat.
Oh, that's different.
And
Can you say that on the air?
Where was that at?
ferry boat?
Ferry?
Yeah.
Where was that?
I don't know. That's why I said. That's why I was asking if you heard about it.
I did not that one.
All right. So we have our guest today, and I always mess this up, but it's nurse practitioner Tracy Kelly, right?
Correct.
From Sabina. I like saying that. Yeah, that's where her business is, yeah. Now, well, it's going to be as of May 2nd or 3rd, something
Yeah.
like that.
It'll
Maybe
be
not
that
this
first week of May.
but the next week, yeah.
Yep.
So, the Eden of Ohio welcomes you. Now, I will tell you, if you have any morning hours at all, you have a possibility of gaining probably 20 pounds this your first year you're there, because right across the street,
I seen that.
It's tradition.
I've heard that's really good.
I'm telling you what, if I didn't like them, there's other restaurants in Sabina I never mentioned, but if I like them, I'm doing this more for my friends.
I've heard other people say that's a really good restaurant.
Well, it's good. A little pricey at lunch, but it's one of those places too. It depends on what you order. But you like biscuits and gravy?
I do.
I thought Traditions had the best.
That's what I'm talking about. That's where she's across the street from.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's right.
Yeah, best biscuits and gravy in the world.
That's
And
awesome.
you don't want to get a full order because that's too much.
Okay.
Half order.
Okay.
And you'll be like,
Are they open on Saturdays?
no, dang on it. They used to be. I wish they would go back. Because, see, I don't get there now because I'm doing this. I get there occasionally for lunch. A lot of times, and they have a lunch special every day. A lot of times on Monday, it's shit on shingle.
What?
Shit on shingle.
What is that?
Doesn't sound appetizing.
What is it? What's shit on shingle? Corned beef.
Roast beef and
Yeah.
roast beef, mashed potatoes,
Roast beef and corned
Yeah.
beef are two different types.
and usually it's bread.
I don't think I would eat
Corned beef is what it is. Yeah, corned beef. is what
Corned
it is.
beef?
Yeah,
Really?
corned beef and mashed potatoes on a toast. You never heard shit on shingle?
Yeah.
Mondays.
You're in Sabina now, so you're going to hear all
Yeah,
that.
you're going to hear it all.
Sweet.
You'll have to learn about.
Sounds good.
You'll have to learn about Eugene.
Who's Eugene?
Oh, you don't know Eugene?
I will come up
He's famous.
when I set an appointment. Set me toward the end of the day, and we'll go out and visit him.
Okay. Sounds good.
He's out the cemetery, and I'll give you my thumbnail sketch about him.
Huh.
All right. Oh no, that's like one of the things Sabina's known for. I mean, if you get the itch, you can actually go on YouTube. Channel 12 has a 2-part documentary.
Huh.
Name
Interesting.
is John.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't really know what his name is, though, do we?
No.
Never did.
Yeah. It's
Interesting.
true.
Yeah.
Who named him
Okay.
Eugene?
So, Barth Littleton, well, the Littleton family did. So, glad you're in Sabina, and are you catching any flack from any of your patients? Well, now I got to drive clear to Sabina.
You know what? I really haven't because my business works a little bit different than most because it is direct primary care. I mean, a couple patients have been like, oh, that's a little bit farther for me. But again, I have that app that they can use. So
It's nice apps called
Yeah.
Spruce.
it's HIPAA compliant. And so people can communicate with me if they need something. I can send it right in. I like to see my patients 1 to 2 times a year at least, at minimum, to at least do like labs and, you know, be able to assess them and get my eyes on
due
them.
for that, maybe.
Yep. So I just, people just,
Did they send you pictures?
yeah, on that app. Yep. So like what I tell them, not, oh, Charlie,
No, I know what he's thinking.
not those kind of pictures.
Did you see his picture? Did you see
Yes,
his
I did.
I'm just asking for a friend.
Yeah. But yeah, so what I
Thanks,
tell
Rick.
people, it keeps people out of the emergency room and the urgent care. So they can send a message and they can be like, oh, do you think this is poison ivy? Can you send me something in? Or do you think I need to go get stitches? Or that kind of thing. Yes. Oh,
Just almost.
You know what to expect.
I know. I try to redirect you guys. It's difficult. It's very difficult for me sometimes.
We're the professionals.
I know. You're much older than me, so you got a little more experience on me.
Oh, there you go.
Shots fired.
Is there anything that anybody sent you a picture like, oh, jeez, why'd you send me that picture? Anything just gross you out?
I don't think so.
Well, you couldn't say
Well, this
anyhow.
man, she did.
Wait, how many times have we told him about HIPAA? I just don't think he's understanding it.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, but generalities. I mean, you know,
Charlie's a law breaker.
we're not gonna say
Law breaker.
John Doe had this growth between his middle
Right.
and second toe.
Yeah.
You know.
No,
Yeah.
it's been pretty good so far. It's working well. Things are going well.
I like it, but I need to check because I think I called, told you guys I needed my next shot in, and I can't remember if you sent me anything back saying you called it in yet or not.
I'm sure I did.
But CVS ain't called me then. That's what it is. That's what it is. And look, I give up HIPAA stuff on here. If we talk about me on here, that's fine. My life's an open book. I don't care.
Well, then go into detail about what you were saying earlier.
Just little impingements every once in a while.
Is it that
Slow.
lump on your?
I'll tell you what. I did do this week, and I'm not going to complain to her. I had to replace my lawnmower battery, and I was struggling with it. Man, I wasn't bent over very long at all. My back here, I'm a wimp. Then I had to put the new one in, so it's just not used
This
to me.
conversation kind of got dual.
It does. Hey, I haven't seen her in a while, so, you know. That shows you how comfortable she makes you feel.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, see.
I do hear that a lot.
I swung a compliment at you
Thank you.
there.
I do hear that a lot, actually.
Michelle had a question on there.
What's Michelle's question? Do you print a visit summary report at the end of the visit for patients to personally submit to their insurance? Sure you would if you needed to.
Yeah, I certainly could. I don't know. Are you looking to get reimbursed for your visit? I'm not sure I understand the question completely.
That's what it's, yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Some insurance companies would still pay for the visit, right?
Yeah, so you can use, some people have like flexible spending accounts through their insurance company.
Right.
And they can use that to pay their monthly
savings
premium.
account.
Yep, so yes, we could print something if you needed it.
Well, and here's the other thing. It's even if I have insurance. You may be going, well, why am I going there? Well, I have insurance, but for it to pay anything, I got to spend like $2,500 first. So if you got high deductible insurance,
And you don't get such personal care.
well, I don't. But
It's true.
That's
It is very true.
Let me just say this, and you do pay a monthly fee, but the monthly fee I've paid Tracy 3 months covered my last doctor's appointment at my previous doctor. It was $180.
Yeah, that's correct.
So,
And I think people are finally, I mean, I'm starting to get really busy. And I think people are finally starting to recognize that like $55 or $65 a month is nothing compared to paying, like, so if somebody doesn't have health insurance, a visit to the doctor is $180 to $200 out of pocket, right?
Yeah.
And then that doesn't include if you have to have medications, and then they want you to follow up in 2 to 3 months. So for me, you pay me $55 a month or $65 a month, that gives you unlimited visits. So like if you come and see me and I'm like, okay, I want to recheck you in a couple weeks or whatever, like you can see me 10 times a month and you don't have to pay any more than that monthly
The
fee.
monthly fee.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, which is going to be less than a doctor's appointment. And so, especially if you got a lot of things going on where you got to get checked a lot. I mean, luckily, this wood, I don't have to go in there that much. So, but I still think it's a deal compared to, you know, paying 181 shot, and I have to pay that 180 because my deductible doesn't come in until 2,500. So.
Yep. So people with high deductibles, people with no health insurance. I even have people that have great insurance and they love coming to me because of that app. They can message me 24/7 because a lot of times they'll try to get a hold of their doctor and even just trying to get a refill. They'll say, well, I haven't heard back from them in a week. So on this app, it's usually pretty quickly that I'm messaging back. Sometimes it may be a couple of hours, but it's never been more than
I don't even think
3 to
with me
4
it's
hours.
been over 2 hours. I think
It
it's
makes you a lot more efficient.
well, yeah, and it's fairly immediate. Like I said, and that's nice. And I feel bad sometimes at the times of the day I may send something, but I'll send it, not really expecting an answer, just sending it. I don't forget. You know,
I understand that.
I'll forget. So if you ever get something from me at a bizarre time, don't worry about it. I mean, just,
Well, and I tell my patients that, like when they sign up, I say, okay, you have this app, you have 24/7 access to me, but do understand if
I
you're
do
texting me,
sleep.
yeah, like if you're texting me at 10 at night or 2 in the morning, you're probably not going to get a response till the next morning. So like if it's an emergency, you better take yourself to the emergency room. but for the most part, like people are pretty respectful, or they know. Like if you text me at 2 in the morning, I'll text you the next morning when I get up.
so you do have your phone on silent during the night.
I mean, no, my phone's never on silent, only because my mom has advanced Alzheimer's.
Oh,
And
okay.
This is
somebody-
getting close to let's get personal over there.
yeah.
No. The only
I know what you're saying.
I always have mine on silent.
Yeah.
I have mine on silent 24/7.
Mine's on all the time.
Yeah.
Your ringer's on all the time.
My ringer's on all the time.
Mine's never on. The way I look at it,
When you have kids, Charlie.
The way I
I do
look
have
at
a
it is,
kid.
if I put my phone on silent, why have it?
because you're not going to be. I tell you the other thing.
Well,
I like,
when you got family, you got kids, grandkids.
see, I don't.
You got
Well,
a daughter.
Yeah, but she doesn't call me.
I
call
will
her.
agree with you on the silent thing though, because during the day my phone's always on silence. But
Well, yeah,
like at the
mine's on
hospital,
silent now.
my app, like if they need to message me, it goes above and beyond the silence. Like it still is really loud and
Yeah.
alerts me.
now I have that when I'm in here. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
otherwise you hear the theme song from Bluey.
well, and the thing I like about my phone is that if it doesn't know you, it sends your butt right to voicemail. Now, if I know you, and I just don't have your number in, you leave a message and I'll get your number in.
Huh.
I love that part of it. Because think how many times you get called. Hey, would you like to buy this today? Or would you need to, like, to upgrade
Lots
your
of
insurance?
telemarketers.
No, I never answer the phone at home. It goes
Right to voicemail.
right to the answer machine. I just
That's why I've got 2 numbers on my phone.
All right, well, listen, we're going to go to another break, and we will be back here in just un momento.
I never answer my phone either. Dr. Schuster gets so mad at me. He calls me. He'll call me.
Indulge in a variety of mouth-watering dishes, from juicy burgers and fresh salads to stacked sandwiches, delicious pizzas, warm soups, crispy fries, and finger-licking wings. Every bite is crafted with care using hand-grinded and breaded ingredients made right here in-house. Whether you're dining solo or with family or hanging out with friends, we have something to satisfy every craving. That's the Rusty Keg in Washington Courthouse, the best fries in town. Indulge in a variety of mouth-watering dishes, from juicy burgers and fresh salads to stacked sandwiches, delicious pizzas, warm soups, crispy fries, and finger-licking wings. Every bite is crafted with care using hand-grinded and breaded ingredients made right here in-house. Whether you're dining solo or with family or hanging out with friends, we have something to satisfy every craving. That's the Rusty Keg in Washington Courthouse, the best fries in town.
Roller Haven is located at 1640 U.S. Highway 22 Northwest, Washington Courthouse, Ohio. The perfect place for a day out with the family, birthday parties, and even an organization event or fundraiser. Check out our website, rollerhavenwch.com. Or give us a call at 740-335-6481 and we can help plan your event. We look forward to seeing you there.
Here we go. Let's get personal, personal. Let's get personal, personal. Sunday nights 5 to 8 with your host, Dr. Jeffrey Schusler, the Hot Dog King, and Sarah play me like a piccolo fife. Come find out how demented and messed up our young people are about getting relationships advice.
You want to be on the show?
And
No.
we'll have three versions. We'll have the geriatric version. Well, but we're going to have at least 3. The geriatric version,
Here's our new logo for the show.
the young people's version, but my favorite, which Jerry's going to be on, the Sasquatch edition.
So I guess I have a question about the 3 different versions. Like I feel like everybody's like mashing up like the ages now. Like it doesn't matter how old you are. So like,
Well,
do we really need?
It just depends on what platform you're on. Because on TikTok, the women on TikTok, they're constantly pissed off at older guys and younger women. It just drives them crazy.
Oh, because younger women are going with older guys.
Yes. Yeah.
The women are mad.
The women are mad. Yeah.
They're encroaching on their territory. I guess.
That's it. I don't know.
I say if you're happy, just do whatever makes you happy.
Clap your hands. I'm sorry.
That's right.
No, you turn the light off now, Charlie.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Clap on, clap off. Actually, we like now. I'm just kidding. We have a nurse practitioner, Tracy Kelly. Now, but now we're in Sabina now, right across from Traditions. We're right down from the Masonic Hall, right down from the municipal building, right in the middle of town. If you can't find it,
I will have a brand new logo pretty soon. The guy across the street that does, do you know that guy too? I seem to know everybody in Savannah. Dwayne, his name's Dwayne.
Oh, Dwayne's awesome.
He's making my logo for my window.
Dwayne is awesome.
Yeah. Yep. So it'll be a nice new logo.
Dwayne.
This will be interesting to see.
Yeah, Dwayne. Oh, Dwayne.
The logo.
Dwayne.
It's my.
Now, are you saying that because you know Dwayne?
No, it's a heart. It's a caring heart
it's a
with a
heart.
hug. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right.
It's not a rectal thermometer.
No. I think that would deter people.
Oh.
I like it.
Why are you guys calling me? My dentist is calling me. I gotta go dentist at noon. And they've called, that'll be the third time now. I bet they're canceling now.
Yeah, you better check that.
So
I'll check it when we're done.
So we do also have some new products. Have you seen that?
Well, that's what I was getting ready to get to next. You go, well, is it products or is it new medieval torture devices? Which is it?
It's holistic.
Oh, okay.
It's holistic.
It's holistic. So it could
So
probably be.
I'm teasing.
I'm teasing.
No, but it could probably be qualified as torture to some people, maybe, if they don't like holistic.
So what are we doing?
So I am using Main Street Mercantile in Hillsborough. Are you guys familiar with them? So they have a whole line of holistic meds. She does a really good job. Like if you have an ailment and you don't know what to take, you can even call her and she'll kind of guide you to that. But I have a whole line. I have a lung glycerin drop. My dad uses it and I have a couple other patients that swear by it. They have like COPD and emphysema. They say it has changed their breathing. I have a mood and mind that's really good for like, it has ashwagandha and lion's mane in it, which is supposed to be really good for like mental clarity. It's supposed to be really good for like depression and anxiety.
What's it called?
Mood and mind.
Mood and mind.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you have for Charlie's problem?
It depends. I have a lot of things.
Well, Charlie, you know, he has issues, you know, like in the bedroom, and so.
Not lately, it's been better. I will say that.
Well, don't go into any details, Charlie. We don't want to
Please
go down
don't.
that rabbit hole, but
Well, no,
is there something holistic?
there's a funny story about that too, because
Remember, Rachel's watching.
well, no, that's fine. They called something into the pharmacy, and whoever was doing your stuff, they got it all. They got it messed around. I was wanting something else, and they ended up sending the little blue pill in instead. So I took it too, but it didn't make any difference. But it's like I didn't order that, but anyhow, I got it anyhow. So who cares?
Did it work?
It doesn't really with me. It does. I'm gonna be
Are you
honest.
saying you're a hopeless case, Charlie?
I'm
Now,
saying-
seriously though, there are some holistic products. So, like sometimes it comes down to like hormonal levels or testosterone. Like if your
I think
testosterone
most
is
of
low,
it's testosterone.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if testosterone is low, sometimes that can cause like erectile dysfunction. So there are products that can help with some of that. And
I asked
have
my previous doctor about that. The testosterone. She said, "Oh, you're fine."
Did we test it?
No, not you. I
No,
did it
I'm
the
saying, did they test it?
They did.
Yeah.
But that's been
And they said that
30 years ago.
they
No,
think
5 or
that
6 years
testosterone
ago.
level of a 60-year-old man, Charlie.
probably, yeah.
I mean, we certainly can retest it, but yeah, some of those things
Mine's
can.
probably-
So those are like legit questions, health questions, and it's very important to men, right? That's sexual
I think it's just
function.
as important
Yeah,
to women.
right. No, it is. But
I
I'm
see all
just,
these commercials
yes.
for ED medicines and little
It's all-
pills, and
yes.
things
It's
like
all
that.
women.
It's all women. They're
It
saying
is.
this has improved our sex life.
yeah.
I think
Good
we're going to
point.
get them as a sponsor on Let's Get Personal.
You should.
There you go.
There you go.
We can see
To
our
me, I don't
t-shirt
notice really a difference,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah. So maybe getting like some hormone levels tested and maybe getting on. So I also have a vitamin line. My sister and I are coming out with a new vitamin line. It's a white label. It's called The Right Choice because our last name was Wright. Our maiden name was Wright.
So you and your sister,
My sister, Carla, she lives in,
is she in medicine as well? Or
she's not, but she's going
she's
to,
the entrepreneur entrepreneur.
Yep.
pusher.
It's her vitamin business,
Push,
and
drug pusher.
yep. So we're coming out with one vitamin. The first one that's coming out is a cognitive vitamin for like helping
Memory.
with like memory and like mild cognitive impairments and that kind of thing. Another one we're going to do a mood one that they're putting like saffron and lion's mane and ashwagandha in, I think.
Are
The
they
nice thing is,
reasonable or are they
yeah,
expensive?
like no, they're all less than like they're around 25 and less, like
That's not
14.
bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
The saffron one is really nice. They have head-to-head studies against saffron and Zoloft, where Zoloft is an antidepressant, and a lot of people discontinue it because of side effects. So, like decreased sexual function, a lot of the antidepressants do.
Maybe that's your
Weight
answer.
gain,
No, I don't take it.
tiredness. So a lot of people will discontinue their antidepressants because they don't like the side effects. Whereas saffron doesn't have all of those side effects, and it was just as effective as
This is a new viewer.
Yeah.
yeah.
I've not seen this.
So our office hours right now, because I'm still working full-time in neurology, I do evening appointments and Saturdays. We usually do every Saturday from 9 to 1. I do walk-ins on Saturdays, like urgent care visits. Usually my daughter's on here. I must have
What-
forgot to tell her I was on here. 'Cause usually
What's
she's
your
plugging.
phone number?
Just put in my name and it will bring up my website. It should.
In the comments, you think it will?
Yeah,
Sean
here.
Poole.
So here, I'll help you.
Yeah, you go ahead and do it if you want.
You
Sean
also
Poole's
want to
asked
make
if you have anything for belly fat. It's called Quit Drinking Beer.
So I put the link to my business down there. If you just click on it, it'll take you to my Facebook. My daughter manages all of that, but like the pricing's on there.
Is your office phone on there?
Yep, the office phone number's on there. It has the fax number. So what people typically do is they call and let me know if they want to set up an appointment or they want to become a member. And then I take all of your information. I send you out a link in your email for payment. And again, you can use flexible spending account or you can use your credit card. And then that comes out the same date every month. And then I'll send you a link for the Spruce app, which comes to your cell phone. You download it. And that gives you access to me 24/7 where you can message me any questions, problems, if you need to make an appointment. We manage everything on that app.
It's really, it's a good system, especially for busy people. I got a dumb question, and you might not be able to answer this, but eventually my health savings account's for my last job, and it's going to run out.
Right.
Are there any health savings accounts out there that you can just go ahead and put money into?
So you probably can through like if you're part of like a credit union, they have all kinds of different accounts. Like they have like
Really?
vacation accounts and they have like accounts for like children's like daycare. So my guess is you probably could set something
Maybe
up through
through
them
our
where you
guys,
just put in X
What
amount
about just
every
use
pay
your debit
period.
card?
I could, but I don't know. I don't know. I just kind of like the idea of having money
Separate.
set aside because I've got a little bit of, not much, but I got a little bit of investment money. I thought, why don't I just take $3,000 to $5,000 out of it and just put it in that. That way I don't have to worry about that.
I also have
for
a lot of
while.
patients that don't like to use debit cards for whatever reason. I know that there's like a lot of debit cards get scammed if you use them a lot and that kind of thing. I've never had any issues with that with the system that I use. It is a HIPAA compliant system, but I understand that from some people's point of view. So that would be a way to do that, is to set up like a separate account through like your credit union and just get a separate card.
It's not beer, so I'm just eating too much food and eating on the road. I understand that. I'm
Yeah.
right there with you.
Charlie can't push yourself away from the table either.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, I don't eat near as much as I did, but my thing is, I tell you what, if you went to jail for chocolate chip cookies, I'd be the first one in line. I just love chocolate chip cookies.
So
I'm with Sean. That's my biggest thing. I think that would help me a lot to lose that.
Actually, Travis, we're behind the green door.
Yeah.
So what I
For
will
2
tell
days.
you about the weight. So like a lot of people, how do I say this? I don't want to like people to be like nitpicking me on this, but like Manjaro and Ozempic, right? So there's a lot of bad press on that medication sometimes. But honestly, there's so many good studies on that medication right now.
For losing weight.
Not just
Diabetes.
Well,
so
diabetes.
so the medication was designed for diabetics, but now they're doing all kinds of studies. It was just indicated for obstructive sleep apnea because most people that have obstructive sleep apnea are overweight, right? So Manjaro helps you lose weight. There's also studies saying that it's beneficial for like preventing Alzheimer's disease.
Oh.
They are doing studies, I think, on like addicts because it turns off like that receptor. I mean, it's why like when you're diabetic and like that medication kind of helps with like the sugar control, right? I don't know if you've noticed that with.
Yeah, mine's still not down where you want it,
But do you feel like trying like craving sugar? Like I know because I'm diabetic also.
chocolate chip cookies all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's always stealing something from the conference room.
But I don't take too many.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't take too many. Where
So
before it'd been like.
That's, that's kind of that number, I don't know what, he may fudge that number of
No,
too many.
It's not as many as I
It's all
did.
relative.
Yeah.
So I can handle it. I know. At least I admit it. I admit I got a chocolate chip cookie
He's got a
problem.
problem.
I like ice cream.
I like ice cream. We've had
I do
some.
too.
We have had some root beer
Ice cream is
floats the
mine.
last 2 nights at my house, but we use 0 root beer. So
Ice cream and those damn nutty bars. I love those
Nutty
things.
bars?
I like this too.
Oh, yeah.
I like UDF's malts. They're chocolate malts.
I like now malts are better than
yeah.
milkshakes, right? They're a little healthier.
I don't know, but I like them.
No,
Doesn't care.
Doesn't matter.
That's her.
I've been starting to
advice.
take vitamin C since the only thing bad, I bought like 500 of these things, and they're huge. The pills, I'm like,
Horse pills.
oh, they are.
What kind of pill is that?
Monero,
Vitamin
something that's
C.
Oh,
injected.
vitamins.
Yeah, once a week.
And that's where you see where they're injecting it into their stomach.
I do it in my
Yeah, so
thighs.
you can do it anywhere. The stomach just doesn't have as many pain receptors, so it doesn't hurt as bad. But you can do it in your leg, your arm. Yeah, it's just a sub-Q injection.
Yeah, I do it in my thigh, and it doesn't hurt. It's it just.
I used to have a friend that he had to take insulin, and we'd go to the dirt track, and he would usually take his insulin shot right before we'd go in. He'd pull his shirt up, and one day he pulls his shirt up and he's giving himself an injection, and this lady's walking by, and she's like, and I thought she was going to drop dead right
He's a
there.
drug addict.
I thought,
Oh, yeah. I feel like the education's a little bit more today than it used to be too, right? So like people do understand that people are diabetic and
Yeah.
are doing those kind of things.
I only
but
do
yeah.
that about once a night. I'll do that sometimes.
Vanilla ice cream with sun-kissed orange.
Oh, that sounds good.
That does sound good.
Like a creamsicle. So, and Sean says that since he's quit smoking, obviously
Yeah.
everything tastes better because
Yes.
it doesn't dull. And that's why a lot of people keep smoking.
Yeah, because you gain a lot of weight a lot of times when you stop smoking.
Right.
There's
I
things
never
that-
smoked a day in my life. The only thing I've smoked is pork.
yeah.
Pork butt. We're past time for breaks. Let's do a break real quick,
Right.
and then when we come back, we can talk. You want to talk a little more doctoring, or are you ready to get to games?
You can do the games.
All
I got
right.
a doctor question for when we come back.
She
Okay.
only comes really for the games.
I know she does.
She's
She
not
likes the
trying to promote
games.
her
See?
business. She's not trying to promote her business.
Oh no, we're doing a good job at
All right.
that. I'm her best proponent.
You are. You do a great job. Thank you.
A major shakeup in the pharmaceutical industry as Flintstone Vitamins taken to task for tasting nothing like Fred or Wilma.
And as for Pebbles, well, she's already a fruity breakfast cereal. Why dietitians and nutritionists coast to coast are warning us to yabba dabba don't when it comes to ingesting these chalky childhood chewables.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett.
Looking out for your health and well-being is just a sample of the kind of made-up news you can expect on The Murphy Report.
Earning the reputation as the mistrusted name in news isn't something that we take lightly.
In fact, most wouldn't take it at all.
And our efforts reflect that, with a trophy case in our lobby filled wall to wall with empty shelves.
Let the other outlets vie for trophies and your respect.
We're simply too busy making it up to care for such accolades, with a new report posted every Monday on the Murphy Theater website and YouTube channel.
The Murphy Report, with veteran news anchors Vanessa Del Rey and Breck Stone.
Remember, If it's news to you,
It's news to us. City officials forcing a local beloved mascot to step down.
why poor timing and inappropriate behavior doomed a pantless Wilson the Weasel following his drunken performance at the late Judge Garrett's funeral.
There was nothing routine about this routine.
A story we are dedicated to getting to the bottom of.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett. These made-up stories and the latest real news from the Murphy Theater are what you've come to expect from us.
On the Murphy Report, with a new report posted every Monday morning on our Murphy Theater website and our Murphy Theater YouTube channel.
Full minute-to-minute coverage all 21 hours a day.
With veteran news anchors Vanessa Del Rey and Breck Stone.
Amanda, I have to say Vanessa and Breck are just about the two finest anchors in the business.
For once, you're absolutely right, Steve.
I think the Titanic could have learned a thing or two from these two giants in their field.
What am I missing here?
Anchors.
The Murphy Report.
Remember, if it's news to you,
It's news to us.
Oh, we're back.
I left one little bit of news out, but that'll only take a minute here in a minute. Birthdays, local birthdays. Kevin Aiken, Saturday birthday, 68. Royce Lau, 65 on Sunday. The beautiful, the lovely Rhea Bennett is 24. Tommy Polly, 47. Donna Seeger, these are today's birthdays now. Donna Seeger is 60. Pam Klingler, 70 today. Ho Joseph Rojas, and he's too vain to put down his number. Joseph is the lead singer for 7 Day Slumber. He has died twice and been brought back to life. Sings for a Christian rock band. Matt Isaacs, Ashley Mallow's 30. Jeff Collins, 59 today. Deborah Olin, she has 3 different Facebook accounts that for some reason I'm friends with all of them, and 3 different ages, so I don't know what the hell her age is. Sasha Grooms, 38. Corey Jones, 26. Missy Wilson, it's her birthday today, and Dolly Smith. Real quick, before we do celebrity birthdays, let me just run this real quick.
I was just looking. Tracy and I really look laid back on here.
Huh?
We really look laid
We
back.
do, don't we? We're enjoying our morning coffee.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Y'all look like you've been eating gummies. Yeah. All right. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has their new class. And here we go. I'm just going to tell you, we're not going to play a game. Bad company with this. Chubby Checker finally made a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Does he know?
Joe Cocker. I don't think so. Is he still
It was so
alive?
funny.
No.
They were talking about that on the news this morning,
Yeah.
and she called him Joe Cooker.
Joe Cocker, yeah.
She didn't have any idea who it was.
Cyndi Lauper. Then I don't know why this group made it, because they're really not rock, but they made it. Outcast, Soundgarden, White Stripes. But here's 3 that I think it should be in there that have not made it yet. Styx. Billy Idol was up for it this year and didn't get in. And I think we'll have some Meatloaf in the Hall of Fame too. Meatloaf's good.
Catch it.
A good singer. All right, so here we go. You ready?
I'm
Celebrity
ready.
birthdays. Here we go.
Let's do it.
Jay Leno. How old's Jay Leno today?
73.
Higher.
Really?
78.
Bracketed.
75.
75. Yep, 75. Penelope Cruz. You guys knew who Penelope Cruz is?
Yeah.
48?
A little higher.
51.
Yeah, 51.
I'm tired of going first.
Yeah,
You're winning off of me.
Wow.
Just kidding.
You're setting the table
Being
for
very
it.
assertive this morning.
Jessica Alba.
Straighten me out.
I'm glad she's so shy.
Yeah.
Jessica Alba.
I don't know who that is.
A dancer.
Fantastic Four, Spy Kids.
Oh, 35.
Older.
He said 40.
Right?
He didn't say anything. He said
Older.
older.
41.
Older.
Oh, wow.
46.
Bracketed. 41 to
Back
46.
to you, Tracy.
41 to 46.
45.
Just a little bit lower.
44. 44.
44. There you go. You about went the wrong way.
Lewis.
I noticed that. And Margaret. Can't believe she's still alive.
Oh, wow.
She's up there.
She's up there in the
She
range.
is up
She's
there.
up there in the range with Carol Burnett.
Huh?
84.
84 is right.
Is that
Oh,
right?
wow.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
job.
I thought she's older than that.
All right, you guys may have to ask me on this.
Who is this?
Yeah, who is it?
Drew, well, you may not. Drew and Jonathan Scott,
Who are they?
Property Brothers. The brothers that can do all the home improvement, the
Oh.
twins.
Are they? Oh, they're twins. I was gonna say.
It's both their birthdays today, Doc. So, yeah, so they are twins.
I don't know if I want her writing anything for me.
I missed the twin part. 48.
Oh, just a little high.
47.
47, that's right. John Daly. My golf. Oh, she's snorting.
Yeah, we got to get her
John
on.
Daly.
Getting wild.
Yeah.
John Daly.
Yeah, my golf idol. Smokes, drinks beer, hits golf balls off beer cans. Gotta love him.
49.
Oh, he's
Higher.
Is he?
Higher.
55.
Higher.
57.
Higher.
Oh, God.
60.
Just a little bit lower.
That means
59?
Yeah.
There you go.
59, yeah.
Yeah, she's figuring it out
I'm
now.
catching on.
Just
Bridget Moynihan.
She married to the ex-congressman?
No, she was in Blue Bloods, Coyote Ugly. Oh, she was also
Oh,
in
she's
one of
gonna
my
be older then.
favorite movies, Sum of All Fears. Love that movie. If you've never seen it, y'all watch it. It's a good movie.
But I'm trying to figure
45.
out which one she is.
Reverse it.
54.
There you go, 54. Yeah. All right. Oh,
Quick Beaver Creek moment.
one of Rick's favorite people, Elena Kagan,
Supreme Court
Justice.
Not my favorite.
No. She hangs out on the left side.
Yeah.
So she's probably really old.
I don't think
She's old, yeah. She think of our last one and add one to each year.
So what did we say, 54?
Yeah,
So that's
65?
65. There you go.
Wow, you speak his language well.
Yeah, Charlie's a real...
I've trained them.
You got it.
I've trained them well.
And I still think
We've,
fast.
we've been doing this crap for
Well, this is
about a year now.
This is our 199th show.
It
Oh,
is
nice.
190.
Paul Guilfoyle.
I have no idea who Paul Guilfoyle is.
He was glad you asked. See, I got him written down today. CSI. He's in all the CSIs. He's one of the guys. Kind of plays a straight man, balding, hair on the sides. If you saw his picture, you'd be like, oh, okay. He's also in Striptease, but not as one of the strippers. He would have been probably one of the pimps or something. Yeah, bald head. Has this kind of hair.
What character is he in CSI?
Well, he's one of the detectives, but he's not
a
one.
detective.
I'm going to go with 71.
71 is low.
Oh. 78.
Bracketed.
74.
74 to 78, bracketed.
76.
There you go. 76. In memory, a couple of people that were born on this day that have since passed
Where it
away.
said 17.
James Monroe with his colossal nose, and Oscar Schindler was born on this day. And how many Jews did Oscar Schindler save? You guys want to guess?
I have no idea.
I wouldn't even know.
300.
More.
Where did he hide him out, Charlie?
A little over 1,000.
Where was he hiding them out?
I'm not real sure. I admit I don't have. I just know of him.
Say it was a little over 1,000?
Yeah, 1,200.
1,200.
1,200. That's pretty good. My final thought will come from him today too, as well. Okay, I've got Chain Connection. And I also have a Family Feud.
Well, let's just do one.
Which one do you want to do?
Let's do the feud.
Do Family Feud?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, here we go. All right, there's the top 7 answers on the board.
I found an old Family Feud game at home.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. It was one that Sarah and Jarek had.
A while. So what's the top?
The question is this. They asked 100 married people. Or no, they weren't married yet.
So this
They
is
were
family
going
one,
yet.
and
This-
this
this-
is family two.
This is 100 engaged couples.
Yes, basically. And they asked them, what would you do if your partner went through your phone without your knowledge? And you caught them going through your phone. Top 7 things on the board.
Nothing at all.
That is number 6. Very good. I'm glad to hear that answer because that's what I would have said too.
Break their phone. No.
No, not break your phone.
Go through their phone.
Go through their phone is number 2. Vindictive. Yeah, exactly.
Call
Oh, is that what we're doing here?
off the wedding.
Call off the wedding. Yeah, we'll give you that.
Oh, I forgot they're engaged.
Break up.
They would
Oh,
break up.
break up.
Is that number 1?
4.
So number 1
What the heck is number 1?
It's pretty.
Change your password.
That is number 5. So you still need 1, 3, and 7.
1, 3, and 7. What's number 1?
This is your hint.
I don't know.
Bear him? I think she means beat him.
Oh, yeah. She
Oh.
does need that.
Yeah, I was going to say punch him in the face the
There's
first
your
time.
correction.
And then I was like, I better not say that.
Oh.
Beat him's not quite it, but I'll give you credit for that. Get mad and yell.
Okay.
Michelle says she has nothing to hide.
We've discussed that before, Michelle.
Well,
So.
Michelle, didn't you leave that in Vegas?
I just like that song. I want it that way. Tell me.
Lies?
This is a boy band song.
Why?
Tell me why.
Why? Why did you go through my phone? That's number 1.
Because they're insecure.
Why did you go through my? Yeah, I tell my wife she looks at my phone anytime. I
Yeah.
said, be careful, you don't know what you're going to see, especially like if you go through apps, because you never know what the hell they're liable to put up there. Especially after our discussions this morning, because they're recording everything we're saying. I already saw one thing come in about a health savings account on top. Seriously.
Oh, yes.
You know,
There's one left.
They target the ads.
oh, this is a thing that
Go ahead.
doesn't have.
What number is this? 5?
7. You
There's
got the
one
top
thing
6.
that
One-
I will never do is I don't care. I would never. I can't say I've never done it because they threatened to beat me. I'd do it, but go through and look for something in a woman's purse.
Yeah, I stay out of the purse.
We
I wouldn't even open it.
we had
I had one of my ex-wives said, "Just get in the damn thing and get it out." Yeah, I'm like, yeah, sure, yes, ma'am.
There's nothing but junk in there anyways.
we had a guy at church the other night. His wife was up playing piano, and he needed to find a check to give the pastor. And he's looking all through his wife's purse. He couldn't find a check.
No way. That's her.
That's what I'm saying.
What's in there is her business.
It's a
And
mess.
you thought it was her vibrating cell phone
Yeah.
that was making that noise in the purse.
Hey, we got one left. Why go through theirs, get mad, yell, break up, new password, and the last one?
Accuse them of not trusting.
Well, that would be.
Oh, that's a good one.
Well, that would be kind of like the why or getting mad. Whoa!
Kevin.
Why?
There's Kevin.
We haven't said take it away from them first. That we haven't said that.
Whoa!
Laugh at them.
Laugh at him, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
number 7.
That was number 7. Yeah. Interesting. By the way, we do have a word of the day. We're doing that, trying to get everybody's vocabulary a little better. Daft.
Charlie's dad.
Daft.
Yeah. I got a bunch of new vocabulary too. I've been looking up. It's been interesting. Daft. Daft means silly, foolish, or mad. This show sometimes can get awful daft.
Get that right.
All right. Do you want to hear any of the other ones?
Other what?
No.
Any of the other slang? Well, what was the one we talked about last week when Tay was on, or 2 weeks ago? Tay had a
Slay.
word. Slay. Yeah, we're going to slay. Then there's a bunch of them that are out. No, I was like,
Well, that was Maggie.
was that?
That was
was
Maggie.
Maggie. Yeah,
Maggie
that was Maggie.
yeah.
Getting our women.
Bussin', baby, it's bussin'. You ever had anything that's bussin'? You know what bussin' is?
No.
No.
Bussin' is chocolate, like my chocolate chip cookies. They're bussin'. Rick Morton's wife's chocolate chip cookies are bussin'.
Speaking of Rick Morton, did you tell him about
Yeah, I told him. Yeah, his wife makes these chocolate chip cookies.
I ran it.
Chocolate,
Oh, I think I was
butterscotch,
here when he brought you some of that
And,
last time.
salt on the bottom.
Oh, that does sound good. Doesn't sound good for you. It doesn't sound good for your blood pressure or your sugar.
My blood pressure's never been
Yeah,
bad.
that's good.
especially when you can have cookies.
I take lisinopril, but that's for the
It's when you can't get those
Your-
cookies, that
for your
blood pressure
kidneys.
goes up.
For your kidneys, probably.
Well, but I was on it because I have AFib too. That comes from Dr. Gupta.
It doesn't really. It's not an anti.
No, but I think well, actually, Dr. Wright. He also said the thing about the kidneys too.
I like Dr. Wright. He's a good guy.
I got one for you guys.
Okay.
You and Rick do TikTok.
You don't do
Aura
TikTok?
points, no.
Huh?
Aura points.
Aura points?
Yeah.
Jerry, this is for you.
What? Well, yeah.
That's true.
That's what I say.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's what I say.
Tony
Trust me.
Thomas says you're a rock star. Did you
Oh,
see that?
Thank you, Tony.
Tony, one of your patients?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
There we go.
We're getting so big that I don't know all your patients.
No, HIPAA.
Oh.
HIPAA.
He just don't get it, does he? HIPAA, Charlie, HIPAA.
Charlie someday will.
Tony, I'll ask you. Are you one of Tracy's patients? There we go. Tony will tell
Now,
me.
he can actually divulge that.
Yeah, Tony can say it. I would say he probably is, since he says you're a rock star.
The biggest. Oh, that's not good.
Blood pressure is the second biggest number that I have.
That's not good. You probably should be getting seen by your family doctor. If you don't have one, here's a good one.
That's
Right here,
But
Kevin.
high blood
He lives
pressure.
in Dublin, Ohio, but he could come
Oh,
down.
yeah, he could do telehealth.
Telehealth, there you go, Kevin.
You know, blood pressure leads is one of the number one reasons for like dialysis because of kidney failure, strokes, heart attack. So yeah, you need to get that checked out.
Listen to this.
What's that?
Tony Thomas.
Hip. Shut up, Tony.
I love Tony.
Tony, I'm gonna get Brent Ruddock after you. Just kidding, just kidding.
You probably say send them on.
I'm bracing myself for this answer.
Tony's a big TikTok guy. I'll tell you what, he scares me sometimes. I never want to be on the other side of the fence of Tony. Because he gets on TikTok and he's like,
He's smart.
He gets in your face. He scares me. But the thing I feel bad about Tony, though, with us and like his show, is half the time I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Because I don't know. Yeah, I don't know like a lot of the Wilmington. There's something going on because how many people we're gonna have resign at the top of the heap before it's turning into another Yellowstone almost. you
Yeah.
know?
I feel like all small towns are like that, right?
To a
Somebody,
certain extent, you're right.
somebody's getting ready to get their first woman mayor if this guy in there now ever decides to.
194.
Oh, that blood
That's
pressure
high.
is way too high.
My wife's is the only one I've ever heard higher is my wife. She sometimes will get it 200 over 100.
Oh no, that's way too high.
Well, she gets it taken. She's on blood pressure.
Oh,
stuff
good.
for it.
Yeah.
So Kevin needs to get on the tube with you.
Yeah, hey, y'all hook her up, Kevin. I'm telling you what, she's good. I tell you, the people I'm addressing know, Charlie. Oh, I know, and maybe sometime we need to get together and you just need to enlighten me because I feel so stupid sometimes while I'm listening to your stuff. Where was I going? Oh, my last doctor, I've had 2 really good doctors. But the reason I have to keep changing doctors is they change. The first one ended up being a hospitalist, Weatherington, Dr. Weatherington.
Oh, I like
Tony.
him.
Yeah,
He works at Hillsborough. I
Hillsborough.
cover the neurology office there sometimes, and he's down there.
And my next one was Dr. Carnes. Dr. Carnes, I love Dr. Carnes. She did mostly, she's kind of like you in a way. She did a lot of no insurance people. She worked out of her house, did a lot of Amish.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And she was great. And guess where she went? Same thing as Weatherington, to go be another hospitalist.
Oh, she's down. I was
Yeah.
gonna say, yeah, she's down there too. Actually, now that she say that, yeah.
He says that it's taken years just to get it down to those numbers on his
Wow.
blood pressure.
You definitely need to get with a medical professional. I know you got stuff, but
Without meds.
she would understand.
So
Well, easy.
that's a good question,
TikTok
Tony.
and blow up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good question, Tony. So ways to lower your blood pressure without medication. Sometimes you just need medication because high blood pressure is hereditary, but also like from gaining weight, obesity. But you need to get rid of all the salt. Use like a salt substitute and drink half your weight in water and exercise, and you'll be able to lower the blood
Half
pressure.
your weight in
Yeah,
water?
no smoking for
No
sure.
smoking, yeah.
What do you mean half your weight?
So,
In
like
ounces.
so if you weigh 200 pounds, and you need to be drinking about
100
100
ounces.
ounces of water.
All right.
Mhm.
Yeah, when she said that to me the first time, I thought, yeah, I don't think I can do
Which
that.
the half the weight in water everybody should
No,
be
we're
doing
thinking
anyways.
pounds.
It's really good for like your kidneys because a lot of people that end up like in kidney failure or decreased kidney function. A lot of it's from like the sodium because sodium affects the kidneys so much, and then that affects the blood pressure. So trying to like make sure you're drinking plenty of water to filter the kidneys.
That's my problem, staying away from salt, and I can't do it.
It's hard. I'm
know.
the same way. My blood pressure fluctuates too. I'm on blood pressure meds because it's hereditary for me.
You don't
but
even have to add salt.
like, yeah.
Huh?
You don't even have to. I add salt maybe
I try not.
one time out of out of the whole year, maybe 2 or
But it
3 days
enhances
a year.
the taste of food.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And I think like some people, like you said, you love salt. Like I do too. It's almost like I crave salt sometimes. Like I love salty stuff and it's so terrible for you. Yeah.
There's so
Look at me.
there's so much
Charlie.
there's so
Don't
much
go
salt
there.
already in food.
Yes, there is everything, all your cans. So I've went to like to help with my blood pressure. I went to all frozen vegetables. They are there is no sodium in frozen vegetables. Like at Aldi's, I just go there because it's the cheapest. And then like any canned food has sodium
You're
in
holding
it.
together so far pretty good.
Thank you. Tuna has high sodium, although it's really good for you. It's in a can, so it's got high sodium. All lunch meats are really bad for you
Oh.
because they're high in sodium.
I like them.
Anything processed. So
What about
really,
turkey?
yeah. So turkey's good for you. So
For
here's
lunch meat though, is it?
oh no, because it's got sodium. All that
They
is
add all
processed.
that
Yeah. To
in process.
What if it's like
To
the
preserve it.
sliced thin turkey?
no,
No, it
it's the
doesn't
same.
matter.
However, what you could
It's
do.
HIPAA, Charlie.
So, so what? I can't even be serious here. But although Jerry said I'm doing a very good job
You are
turning you
doing
guys
it.
around,
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you turning it around? You're ignoring
You're
it.
holding together.
I'm holding my own. So one of the best diets really is like a lot of people do like the carnivore and Mediterranean, right? So like if you don't like a lot of seafood, go to like some type
There's your
of.
partner in crime there.
Good morning. You have an outstanding break. Oh, thank you. Go to like some type of meat. So like steak, chicken, turkey, pork. Red meat's not the best, but like if you're just doing carnivore diet, it's better than like doing like all the inflammatory foods. So staying away from like potatoes, macaroni and cheese, rice. So doing a meat and a vegetable.
Jeff, he hasn't given up from last night. He's still on a high.
That's one thing I noticed the other day. Like, I had a hamburger and a half, but
Did you have it on bread?
No,
Okay.
no, but oh my God, that was Saturday night, and like all day Sunday, I'm still belching the stupid hamburger.
That's because you're on Manjaro, so you
Yeah.
really need to stay away from red meat. So you need to be doing like turkey,
I
pork,
eat more chicken.
yeah.
I eat mostly chicken.
Yeah, and a vegetable.
Tony's asking, but aren't there good salts that aren't so harmful? Sea salt, is it different from regular?
So they
Salt.
do say that it's a little bit better for you, but it still raises my blood pressure.
Okay.
So like if I were trying to get my blood pressure down, I would stay away from all salts. I would, because Mrs. Dash, or even like generic of Mrs. Dash, makes so many different things, like garlic now, and like all kinds of different flavors. Lemon pepper, they're all sodium free. So you're better off, if your blood pressure is running that high, to just go sodium free. I mean, like most of the patients that we see in neurology with strokes, it's because they had such high blood pressure and didn't even realize it a lot of times.
Right.
Because high blood pressure is it's the silent killer, right? Because most people don't have any symptoms with high blood pressure. Like when my blood pressure is high, I know it, because I get like, my neck gets really like tender. Like I can feel like the pressure in my
Really?
neck. Yeah. And so then I'll take my blood pressure and I'll know it's high. And typically it's on the days that I've had too much sodium or not drinking enough water and those kind of things.
Well, here's the thing, though, folks. Like I said, I may salt something once to 3 times for a whole year. Your food has got so
Plenty of
much
salt.
salt
Yeah.
in it
It does.
already. I mean, that's the thing.
One of the
You
worst
look.
things I dump salt on is cottage cheese.
I don't eat meat
How
cottage
do you
cheese.
put salt in cottage cheese?
I love salt and pepper on cottage cheese too.
Pepper.
And
I
watermelon.
put pepper.
Pepper, I can't do pepper.
Salt
Pepper
and
kills me.
watermelon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it
Pepper's
tears
good
me up.
for you.
Oh, like your stomach.
Yeah.
So like, okay.
And I even take an
reflux.
antacid all the time.
Mhm. Yeah.
Now, at least we're not like Richard Nixon. He had pineapple cottage cheese and ketchup.
I leave the ketchup out. I like pineapple and cottage cheese.
It also depends on the amount that person sweats, right? Like those who work out a lot will need more salt. Or sometimes you just sweat. Some people just sweat.
So it depends. Like I wouldn't just be taking extra sodium because like you're working out and sweating. That doesn't necessarily mean that your sodium is going to go low. There are some people that do have low sodium, and so like I do have patients that have like low sodium and low blood pressure. So then I will tell them like drink like an IV liquid therapy because it does have sodium in it. But you got to be careful with those if like you have high blood pressure anyways, because like that's not a good choice, because then it's going to jack up the blood pressure. So you just gotta pay attention to your body and know what you have going on. And
My wife's
Be mindful.
How are you on all these energy drinks?
I don't drink energy drinks.
Okay. Because I mean, there's a lot of.
A lot of salt in those in there.
So, well,
sugar.
lots of caffeine. So,
Yeah.
like long term, that can cause like tachycardias and SVT and those kind of things. So you just need to be careful with that.
STDs.
SVT.
Oh, SVT.
Supraventricular tachycardia, where your heart goes above like 150.
Penicillin, that's all you need, Charlie.
Okay, all right. What about that? See, my wife asked a question.
How high does it have to be? Stroke range. So I think everybody's different, and it depends on how long you've had high blood pressure, because like long-term uncontrolled high blood pressure can cause like enlarged heart. So, I mean, if you're getting above 140, you probably need to be concerned, unless you're older. So the older you are, your blood pressure is going to be a little bit higher. Your range is going to be a little bit more tolerable. These salt people, okay, Schuessler, he's like potassium-based salt, ionized.
Hippo joke, yeah, no
Now
doubt.
he's saying
Yeah, HIPAA.
potassium-based salt.
It's all potassium, isn't it? Isn't salt potassium or not?
Stick to the feet, Jeff.
I don't know. Jeff is very smart.
We know that.
Yes,
He's a ride in the meetings.
he is
You'll have
funny.
to come into our meetings on Sunday and see.
I know. He keeps inviting me. He keeps wanting me to come on his show. I keep telling him, no way, I'm staying away.
But you're single.
Well, not really.
Oh,
I mean, not really.
There you go.
what's that mean? Are you married to your work, or are you? Do we have a?
We're gonna.
Oh, here we go.
Do we have an
HIPAA,
interest?
Charlie. HIPAA.
That's not
HIPAA.
HIPAA.
I like that. HIPAA.
That's not HIPAA.
HIPAA.
Well, it could be.
I'm just gonna say what I think of HIPAA. It's bullshit. But anyhow, let's
Yeah, it
go
is.
on.
If her significant other
Well, no, I don't want
was
it.
a
I don't-
patient, it's HIPAA, right?
Oh yes. Yeah. Correct.
Well, that means with your let's get personal, yeah, because Schuessler's
That's why I
doctor
said
of
I'm not
love.
going on that
He's
show.
the doctor of love, yeah.
The love.
The love doctor, yeah. Oh my gosh, what time is it? It's almost time. We could have our breaks are all messed up today, but that's okay because it's been good conversation.
Yeah, we got a
So
lot of questions.
200 over 100 would be definitely stroke rate.
Yeah, you definitely need to be getting that taken care of. I mean, and a stroke. Are we going to break? We can talk about it when we come back.
Well, let's do it when we come back. We'll be back here in just a minute. Yeah, I've never.
They
had
said it could never
when
happen.
they did
They
that-
hoped it would never happen, but now the most unpopular vegetable in the soup family is getting her own talk show.
That's right, coming this fall on the Food Channel, it's The Okra Show.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett.
Celebrity gossip and other stories that matter the most, plus what's coming to the Murphy Theater on the weekly edition of The Murphy Report.
It's what we dish up for you. When you hunger and thirst for real journalism, look elsewhere.
But you can find us at themurphytheater.org or the Murphy Theater YouTube channel with a new news report every Monday morning.
You know, Amanda, I used to have my own morning talk show.
Oh, why'd you give it up?
Well, there was a little dispute at the time of my contract renewal.
Oh, what was the disagreement?
Well, I wanted to renew, and they didn't.
And what'd they replace you with?
A half-hour infomercial on nail clippers.
When you have to know before anybody else, count on your one source for useless, made-up news, The Murphy Report.
Remember, if it's news to you,
It's news to us.
Are you
Let's
ready?
get personal.
So you just have some
Personal.
corner. You just have
Let's
some
get
cardiac issues.
personal.
Talking about lunch meat. I eat
Personal.
lunch meat like
Sunday fun
Yeah,
day.
you need to decrease that.
Come
Salty
and
thing.
watch from 5 to 8.
Yeah,
5 to
yeah,
7's
yeah.
free. Someday it's going to cost you a little bit of cabbage. But come and see how screwed up young people, old people, and the
I think it starts this month.
Sasquatch. Here we go. I couldn't think of the Sasquatch people are. Your host, Dr. Jeffrey Schuessler, and Sarah Play Me Like a Piccolo Fife. This Saturday, they're doing a shoe drive for a Right to Life. Pro-life billboards will be coming up. They're donating, I think, the shoes to a third world country, so you don't have to worry about your boyfriend's girlfriend wearing your shoes and everything. Anyhow, yeah, May 3rd, 10 to 2, Dove Church. Gently used or new shoes, any variety, even Crocs. Even Crocs. So now, you talked about the holistic stuff, but I thought you were offering, and the reason I said what I said earlier, I thought you were offering some kind of new testing too.
So we have the Tempest testing, which is
Tempest.
for mental health. It is for mental health, but it's used in all kinds of other diagnoses also. So basically what it does is it takes a bunch of medications and tests your genetics to see what medications would work best based on your genetics, so that you're not trial and erroring like multiple different medications.
Now, does your insurance, not your insurance card, but your flexible savings account cover that?
So your insurance does. So most insurance companies pay the Tempest testing 100%. If it doesn't, Tempest has savings plans that they can go over with you to pay. They
Well,
also
it's not
have
cheap, is it? Or,
it's like $290 out of pocket.
That's what I thought. About 300.
But like if they also have income based kind of plans also. So like if you're under a certain amount, and I think it's like you can make up to like 40 or 50,000 a year and still get that paid for. But you can use your health insurance for that. I have CompuNet Lab in my office. You can use your health insurance for that. Any kind of testing that I would order, you can use your insurance for that, just like you would regularly.
So here's what I don't like about insurance, though, because like it says 25. Like I think my deductible's 2,500. So if I haven't touched that, I still got to pay it. Then.
Right. So the other thing at my office, I use ProScan a lot because you can get an MRI for like $500. And that's cheaper than if you used your health insurance. So like if you use your health insurance, you go to the hospital, typically they'll charge you $1,000 or more for an MRI, right? And then if you haven't met your deductible, you're still paying the $1,000
Right.
in your pocket. So you're better off to go to like somewhere like ProScan, who does like CAT scans and MRIs. And I have the list in my office. I don't know off the top of my head the exact prices, but it's much cheaper than going to like a hospital
But
system
this
and getting it done.
test, what was it, Medusa? No, what's it called?
An MRI?
No, the other test you're talking
Oh, the Tempest testing.
about. The Tempest test. Is it, you say like, you know, if somebody makes under $40,000-$50,000 a year, they'll
Tempest
take it?
typically will pay if you put your income in on the paper and you
Really?
send it in with the
See,
test.
I'm retired, so I don't make much.
Yep. It's always good to fill it out. But if you have health insurance will probably pay it 100%.
Well, and me and my wife could both come up there and do that, right? Even though she's
Yep.
not a quota patient. But we may do that. We may do that.
I probably pay too much for my health insurance, but I knock on wood, I hope it stays that way. I haven't had to pay anything since I retired.
Well, that's good. And see, once I
But I
get,
have to watch because I have to make sure that whatever procedure's being done is covered by Medicare.
Right.
yeah,
Because if Medicare doesn't cover it, my insurance don't pay a dime.
yeah. See, that's the thing. And see, I'm only 60, so I got 5 years. I got to wait until I get to Medicare age. And I'm just hoping I can make it that long. And when I get to Medicare age, I may start going back to see the cardiologist again. I might start doing other things. But right now, I'm kind of just on hold until then because it's, they're going to get you financially, or they're going to get you, it's not worth the stress of worrying about stuff like that. That's one thing I like. You're talking about blood pressure, what causes, but the sugar thing too. Now that I've been monitoring it, it's amazing because there's like this today. I'll look at it maybe before you leave, so you can look and yell at me. But anyhow, you'll do nothing and it goes up. I mean,
So you got to keep in mind with diabetes, like stress and anxiety, and like if you're sick or you have a virus, all of those things affect your blood sugar.
that's what drives crazy because you're trying to do right by you. It's like today I haven't had anything to eat. I've had a bottle of water and that's been it. And I bet it'll say, I know you say you would, the typical, not HIPAA, but the typical diabetes person, you want to try to get like down around 100, 120, somewhere there, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be
I don't
100.
sniff that.
Yeah.
My lowest I think I ever get is about 130.
Which is not terrible for you as high as your blood sugars were.
Yeah, I mean, but most of the time, my good range is 180 and lower.
I used to have
It's
low
great.
blood sugar, and I know I went to the hospital one time when you had to come in and do that, what was it, a 4-hour or whatever it
That
was. you had to
glucose
do.
test, yep.
And I came in, I was out in the waiting room, and the nurse comes out and she says, "Are you feeling okay?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm fine." And she says, "I need for you to come with me." Took me back.
Nice.
They took me back and they made me lay down. And they said I should have passed out at the blood rate, or at the way my blood tested, I should have already been passed out. And she
You
said,
must have been pretty low.
I don't know, get what, 30? Something?
You was at 30?
I think it was
Yeah.
30.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't pass out.
And I'm like, well,
You didn't notice, did you?
I feel a little funny, but I'm not, but boy, they wouldn't let me sit in the waiting room any longer. Right there. And they stopped the test right there. And I had to drink the orange juice and
Get it back up.
do the thing and get it back up. And, yeah.
Dr. Schuessler says sugar-free soda is horrible for you. What about the zero?
Just keep with the water.
What about zero, though?
So,
I like zero drinks.
Coke and like sodas in general are not good for you.
Right.
I mean, they have a lot of that saccharin in them, which is not good for you. I mean, if you're gonna drink it, like it's better for you than drinking sugar.
Yeah. I do. I mean, I'll drink some diet tea occasionally. But if I drink a pop, it's always 0 now. I don't do diet necessarily, but I may drink, I don't know, 3 or 4 pops a week.
Terrible.
I don't hit it. I drink mostly, even when we go out to
Wait till
eat.
she sees our emergency management guy.
Oh, my God.
This guy comes in and he's a great guy. I love him to death. And I don't care if this does break HIPAA. By the time the show's over, he has 7 or 8 Diet Cokes done or more.
He sets them on the.
Yeah, he lines them up like he's drinking beer.
Oh, yeah. One right after another.
Oh my goodness.
The
Yeah.
10 night was the last
He
count.
carries a cooler with him all the time, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, full of Diet Coke.
that's probably not real healthy, is it?
Probably isn't gonna be for his kidneys long term.
He does a sugar free, but
He
it's
does
still,
diet. He doesn't do Coke.
Yeah,
He
the
doesn't
diet.
do Coke Zero.
But man,
He's like Trump. Trump drinks a lot of Diet Coke too. That's his. He has a button on his desk, I think, for Diet Coke.
I see.
He'll hit it. Diet Coke, please. Oh, and her high blood
Her
pressure.
blood pressure.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
high. She has no
That's why a lot of
symptoms.
people have strokes. So when we were to talk about that when we came back from break was like, you know, the patients typically that come in with stroke. Now you may have a stroke and you might get lucky and have like a smaller stroke where it doesn't like a lacunar infarct versus like a big vessel stroke. But either way, the more strokes you have and the more damage you do to your brain. So anytime your blood pressure is really high, it affects the brain negatively, causes like white matter, high blood sugars can cause that. You know, long term, that leads to Alzheimer's and dementias. So like you really need to get all of that under control.
Dang, I retired from 35 to 40 20-ounce
Oh,
Pepsis
wow.
a day.
That's
wow.
a lot. Yeah, good for you. You've probably lost a lot of weight then too.
Jeez, Kevin Martin, what were you thinking?
That's a lot.
That's why my brother, he was a beer drinker though. He drank a case of not a 12
Japanese
pack.
bottled water. We know what that is. It's sake.
Sake.
That's not the same as water, Schuessler.
Now, he said something about what was that?
Yes.
How you say it?
Allulose.
Allulose?
Oh, allulose.
What is that?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's a sugar substitute. I don't know.
Yes, Sarah play me like a piccolo fife. We were upstairs today.
Yes, yeah. For the next 2 days. because
Today and tomorrow.
Deep cleaning going on at the Murphy downstairs.
I wonder if they picked the popcorn off the floor.
Yeah, I'm sure they
I used to go through the 16-ounce Pepsi. It was so bad that we had the Pepsi truck stopped at our house.
You mean like the big?
A friend of mine drove a Pepsi truck, and we were on his route, and he would stop and he would leave four cases of 16-ounce Pepsi. Yeah, and I wound up with an ulcer ulcers from drinking so much. They said from drinking so much Pepsi. The acid ate up my stomach, so and
Well, let's shine up the stainless steel real well, so I mentioned it.
Yeah, Coke, it takes the rust
and I
off the
was
nails. So.
because that was back when I was early 20s, and I'm like, don't drink so much anymore.
Are you still are you still doing neurology?
Easy
I
for you
am.
to say.
Yes. Yeah.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
during like are you still during neurology? There
Yes.
you go.
Yes.
Yeah, why do you think she's here?
What does that mean?
Michelle,
Look at
I've
who
got
you're dealing with.
Oh,
Michelle, I've got a question. Do you deal with my chart?
I don't think they've got my chart at
Clinton Memorial.
Memorial.
I've been dealing. I've had my doctor's office. My doctor's office tried 3 times. They can't get my chart straightened out. I can't get into it.
are you with Kettering or?
No, with TriHealth. No, it's changed around so
Ohio
much.
State got it.
But
Kettering has it.
the problem is, they set it up. They put the code in and everything, and it said my information doesn't match. And I'm like, how the hell can it not match?
No, unless
There's-
when you originally set it up, you put something in different than you're putting in now.
I don't know.
Homemade
Do you have a
email.
new like email address or something? Did you switch?
Maybe
No?
they got your email in there wrong.
I don't know. But they've tried to change it. and
Huh.
and I'm like, and the one doctor, that's the only way they. Huh?
I don't, but I hear it's down right now.
Where does she work for Tri-Health?
She works for Clinton Memorial, yeah.
Oh.
She's blonde in the front lobby when you walk in. You work same day surgery or what do you? I think she might work same day surgery, doesn't she?
Yeah, she schedules.
She's in the
that.
same day surgery.
Okay.
Oh, did you see? What did you think of that? Did you see? Where's that at? Sarah Fife.
Upstairs today?
No.
Oh,
Did you take it off her? Or is
it's
it-
in there.
No, she about the maple syrup.
Yeah,
No.
laying in here.
I don't see it on my feed. That's why I'm asking.
And she don't want.
And I make homemade ginger ale made with maple syrup for sugar. Best soda I ever had.
Maple
You know,
syrup
I
is
mean,
still-
homemade ginger. Oh, made with maple
There's a
syrup.
lot of sugar still.
Huh. I've never heard of that, but
What about honey?
honey's a good. I mean, honey still has sugar in it,
Yeah.
but I think it's better for you. Like I drink it in my tea all the time, and
Okay.
it doesn't raise my blood sugars like sugar does. But
Okay.
I mean,
So
certainly if
she's
I was
upstairs on the
eating
second
just
floor.
Yeah.
honey and probably
Yeah.
toast it,
So
probably
she's
would.
not in the
But
lobby.
I use it as a substitute sugar.
I like toast with peanut butter and honey on it.
Oh, there you go. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Good thing you're not diabetic.
I haven't had that in a long
That
time.
sounds good though, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, there was a.
Get me in trouble here. See how you are, Jerry. Between you and Ray, trying to get me in trouble.
Cover on that one real fast, didn't he?
Kevin Martin, Ray, reading my chart makes blood pressure go up.
That's like me.
Not really. It's a natural maple syrup.
Natural maple? Is maple
I-
syrup natural?
I would think so. And the way I read that the first
Is that a
time,
blonde moment there, Sarah?
maple syrup. It's not maple, it's maple syrup. There you go. All right.
You don't use much maple syrup, I guess is what she's saying. Get
Nothing
the-
like some
get the
good
taste.
honey. What do you mix it in, Dr. Schuessler?
Charlie was going something.
Maybe he makes a good honey hot dog.
Oh, I bet
Yeah.
he does.
Yeah, I think I had one of those.
Yep. He makes all kinds of hot dogs.
I think, Doc, don't you have a, Jeff, don't you have a honey and
Peanut butter hot dog.
peanut butter hot dog?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Might not be that bad.
I think he does, because I think, yeah, I think he brought one in.
It
and
doesn't
I
sound
had one.
great.
No.
Yeah, I used to eat when I was young. I mean, like real young. High school, I used to eat peanut butter on bologna.
Ugh.
Gosh.
I think really all you can put on bologna is cheese and mayonnaise.
Mustard.
I put
Maybe.
mustard.
Mustard.
I put mustard.
Mustard.
I'm not a mustard person. I don't care for mustard. I don't know why.
I like
I like
mustard.
mustard over ketchup.
Honey mustard once in a while,
Only
but
reason I use
The
ketchup.
only way you eat a hot dog, if you're eating not a gourmet hot dog, but you got to eat a mustard hot dog. That's the only thing good on hot dog is mustard.
He says it's a special.
It's a
He made it
special.
special.
okay.
I tell you what, I ate one of them.
What about that
breakfast hot
that
dogs.
barbecued pulled pork or whatever that he made us a couple meetings ago here? And let's get personal. These were, I don't know if he makes those for the public. They were great.
He made some spam things. Did you guys have his spam burgers he made? Those were good.
Spam
I think they had no, wait. They had, hold on. Pineapples. Spam and pineapple.
Sarah had mustard is better for you than ketchup. I don't understand
A lot
hers.
of sugar in ketchup.
Yeah, I don't eat much ketchup even. I'll have more mayonnaise than. We've been eating some fish too lately with tartar sauce.
Did you get your tires figured out, Sarah? Mustard is better for you.
Yeah, Paul.
I just I don't care for the taste of mustard. Ugh. It's gross.
What about the brown mustard?
I just like
What's
the
the
yellow.
yuck? What's the yuck for?
Rachel doesn't like mustard.
Rachel said yuck too.
I don't think that's for mustard. I think it might have been for
Oh,
the
Honey,
Spam?
honey
Oh.
on hot dog, honey
Yeah.
peanut butter hot dog maybe.
But you know, a lot of this honey that they ship in, like from China, but it's not real honey. It's a chemical composition of some kind, and it's not honey.
well, that's what Sarah said too. That you have to make
Yeah.
sure, like the maple syrup she's
Yeah.
using, it's natural, so it is different than like in the store they put like lots of different products
Yeah.
and sugar and different things and stuff.
Mustard seeds.
I like mustard. Mustard on a good bratwurst.
Rachel was referring to Spam.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I
yeah.
thought.
Mustard. I mean, brown mustard on a brat.
Peanut butter and figgy honey jam, 6 grams of sugar. Still doesn't sound good, Jeff.
We need to get you back on here by yourself now. See, that way you guys aren't stealing each other's thunder. Having you two on together is just too much. One time. So now is he going to Sabina with you?
He is.
All right.
Yeah.
Sabina will never be the same.
And I'm hoping to bring on another nurse practitioner soon. So I think that Dr. Schussler is going to help us with all of that.
Do we have a name in mind, or
Mustard is an
We do.
aphrodisiac.
a local person, or are you at liberty to say yet?
Coming from Dr. Schussler. Oh,
Yeah.
am I a nurse practitioner?
Yeah.
I think so. Taryn Howard, that I used to work with, she worked neurology with us for a
Taryn,
while.
she's
You
from
know Taryn?
Sabina.
She is.
Well, my former students, yeah.
She actually, we worked together for years at Clinton Memorial in the ER down there, and then we worked together at Southview, and then we worked together in neurology. She worked at Hillsborough doing that neurology clinic, and I did Wilmington's, and then she left, and now she's working like urgent care. So I don't think she's coming full time. She's going to come and help out some because
Taryn's
she doesn't
great.
want to leave her job. She likes
Well,
what she's
you
doing.
need to be able
Yep.
to have vacations
Yep.
and stuff like
so,
that.
and that's kind of what we were talking about. Like we could cover each other, and yeah, she'll be great.
Sarah says, of course, Doc would.
The aphrodisiac, yeah, of course.
We'll have that.
He's got a good show coming up
We'll
for
have that.
sure.
Yeah.
That fits him perfect.
Yep. Yep. I just want to come to it and eat hot dogs in the background.
Well, yesterday it was donuts.
Well, donuts. Yeah.
The donuts were good.
Just say this like I just got jeez.
Donuts are not good.
And they were just Walmart donuts, but they tasted really good.
The only time I ever have a donut is if somebody brings them in here.
Every time I have a donut, I directly regret it. It makes me so sick.
Really?
Yeah, because my blood sugar goes up to like
Oh, okay.
sky high.
I have to admit, I did have one yesterday.
I got a little, one of the little granddaughters. She loves donut always.
Yeah.
She'll eat a whole bag of them.
Yep.
Yeah, Sarah said she's sorry she missed
Oh, she missed the meeting yesterday? Oh, she had a wedding, that's right.
it. Yeah, she had a wedding dinner, I
Ah,
think. And the wedding is next week, so she's gonna miss that one as well.
dang. Way to be dedicated, sir.
We're getting ready to launch here.
One thing you don't have in here, you need in here, is a
Okay,
clock.
Jeff. Rick makes
In
great
here?
donuts.
Yeah, what time do you have here? How we doing?
9:49.
Oh, all right, well, let's take a last final break and then we'll close things up. Because I think you still have more tests you haven't told us about.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take a break.
Are animals using your house as their new home? Spring is around the corner, and so is birthing season for wildlife. Give us a call today if you are hearing noises in your attic or under your house. Here at Diamondback Wildlife Extraction, we can take care of your wildlife removal needs and repairs. Nuisance wildlife can be very destructive to your house, such as chewing on or through electrical wiring and much more. Call us today to book an appointment for inspection at 937-302-6372. We strike.
Roller Haven is located at 1640 U.S. Highway 22 Northwest, Washington Courthouse, Ohio. The perfect place for a day out with the family, birthday parties, and even an organization event or fundraiser. Check out our website, rollerhavenwch.com. Or give us a call at 740-335-6481 and we can help plan your event. We look forward to seeing you there.
Donuts. Getting a makeover and a name change.
It's every baker's nightmare. Buckling to the snowflake social media pressure, America's tasty glazed treats will now be known as doughy, emotionally compromised yeast rings.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett.
Why wait for real news when you can get all the made-up news you need?
Along with the facts about Ohio's hometown theater, the Murphy.
On the Murphy Report. Find us on the Murphy Theater website and our own YouTube channel with a brand new report every Monday morning.
I have tried so hard to cut back on my daily doughy, emotionally compromised yeast rings intake.
Really, Steve? No one has noticed. And I mean no one.
The Murphy Report. Remember, if it's news to you,
It's news to us.
Couple times.
No, that's not the
Let's
same.
get
What's the name of
personal.
that?
That one's
Personal. Let's get personal.
I can't
something
Personal.
like that. This one is
Sunday
the best Mexican food I've
fun
ever had.
days, 5 to 8. Oh, April 27th, you're going to have a preview.
No,
of it.
that was when we were supposed to tape, which was yesterday.
Oh, and
But
you
we
didn't?
tape.
Okay.
We did not tape.
So, anyhow, it's coming soon. And I mean that in more ways than one. Just kidding. Dr. Jeffrey Schusler and Sarah Play Me Like a Piccolo 5. Come and learn about loving relationships today.
Yeah. Yes, Sarah, I will be at that wedding.
I get tired after eating donuts,
Yeah,
so I won't eat them.
me too, because my blood sugar goes sky high.
Or maybe she has a blood sugar.
Yeah, maybe that's why. Yeah. See, I don't have that problem, so I can eat 20 of them. Right.
Yeah.
So, what was it? Is there any other tests that people can get?
Yeah, so, the blood test, like I do a lot of like some hormone testing for patients. A lot of patients are focused on hormones now because it causes a lot of like belly fat and difficulty losing weight. I like my new supplement line that we talked about has a cortisol supplement that helps with bringing down cortisol levels. Also, the Mood and Mind does too. It has the ashwagandha and lion's mane in it, so it's good for that. So it helps bring down those cortisol levels, so it makes it a little bit easier to lose the weight with exercise and diet change. And then the Tempest testing, like we talked about.
I need to find out if they'll pay for that. I'd just be interested.
Yeah, I'm sure insurance will. But I
Well,
can give you the information, and then you can call them if you want.
Well, mine's the $2,500 deductible.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the thing. Sometimes it'll, like my medicines and stuff, it just pays for it.
Yeah. So it might be different since it's. I don't know. You'll just have to ask your
We
insurance
looked at
company.
going into a chiropractor. After $2,500, we'll pay 80%.
Right. Yeah. That's
That
the
still
nice
sucks.
and that's the nice thing about direct primary care. You don't get that. There's nothing more to pay like when you come to see me. Like other than like if you do like blood tests. But I also offer just cash pay. You have to pay that up front if you do the cash pay, but it's much cheaper than anywhere you can find it. So like a CBC is $15, a CMP is $15.
What's that mean?
So a CMP is a comprehensive metabolic panel, which is all of like your electrolytes, your kidney function, and your liver enzymes.
And all this would show if somebody had cancer.
Well,
I don't know about cancer.
it may.
No, I'm asking. I don't know.
So blood works can give you an idea if there's something going on, but not all cancers show up in your blood work,
Okay.
right? Like, for instance, some people with
But
cervical.
that's how a lot of people find out to begin
It
with,
is.
right?
It is. Yeah. So it just depends. Like a lot of times, like your lymphs and your lymphocytes and stuff you may be able to see it in that. And that's why we do blood work yearly, and we want our patients to have yearly blood work because it does give us an idea. And if you can catch cancers early, then they're more treatable.
Well, what about, and I'm going to ask this because a friend of mine, he has since passed away from this, but he had prostate cancer. I had no clue. And it didn't have any clue until it was like stage 4 or 5. So,
Is there a stage for it?
I think so, isn't there?
I think 4 is the highest in cancers.
Well, he had the worst too. Yeah, whether it's 3, 4,
I think it is
4,
4. I think it is 4.
Okay, well, he did die from it. So, yeah, I mean, but
But they say that's why you should have that PSA test, because prostate cancer can sneak up on you.
Once a year. Yeah, they should be doing that.
well,
once
is
a year.
that like with blood work? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
That is with the blood work.
Yeah.
She is right up my alley. I love going to the natural. Oops, I missed it. Love going to the
Natural route versus doctor's prescription pills to shove down your throat.
It is 4.
It is 4, okay. My wife had cervical cancer one time. Yep.
You get my bill checked.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. Yeah. So, cervical cancer is one of those things, and I don't think, I have a cousin, and she was diagnosed with cervical cancer. She's not my patient, so, and I don't think she would care. And I don't think she would care because I think that she would want people to know that that's one of the easiest things to find if you're doing your yearly pap smears. So, earlier we talked about men's health and, hormones and erectile dysfunction, but right now, talking about women's health, you need to get your pap smears, your yearly pap smears, because it can tell you if you have abnormal cells, and that can be treated easily. If you wait too long, typically you die from cervical cancer. The same way with your mammograms, you need to be having a yearly mammogram, especially if you have like a history of like a family history of cancer, like breast cancer, or if, you just need to make sure you're doing all of your preventative care. He put up the stages of cancer for us.
Rick's studying to be a plumber.
That's me. I'm gonna be leaving in about 10 minutes.
In case you didn't.
Or do you want my keys?
Whatever you want. I'll take it for a joyride.
Yeah. Go ahead. Ain't much joy as a Ford Edge. I mean.
Okay, you're right. I had an Explorer, so it would have been.
There we go. It does have one of those alarms.
It's the big key.
Just be careful which button you hit.
Yeah, thanks.
So Kevin Martin shared the stages of cancer for us, which that's nice. That's the nice thing about Google. We have everything at our fingertips now. So.
Well, it is, because this
Yeah.
colonoscopy, but you don't always have to get a colonoscopy. You can just get that.
So you can get the Cologuard if you don't have like a history of.
Is that the thing where you have to put this around your neck and it's the
Yes, just like that.
No, that's where you crap in the box.
Yes. Those commercials that they show all the time, poop in the box.
Oh, poop in the box.
Yeah.
I would much rather poop in the box than have that thing run up my butt again. I can tell you that right
And
now.
you can do that as long as you don't have any like cancer history
Right.
or have not had any issues. But like if that comes back positive, then they recommend that you do like the colonoscopy.
I had one like when I was 51. I'm gonna wait at least another year or two before I get one.
So the other's an endoscopy, right?
The upper.
Endoscopy's this way. And
Yeah, you want to do the endoscopy before the
At the same
colonoscopy.
time.
Yeah, that's rough.
My wife asked something about what if you had a hysterectomy? You still have to do pap smears.
No, not if you've had a hysterectomy.
There you go. Just made her day, I'm sure.
She should still be doing like preventative health, like with her OBGYN, but not pap smears. Yeah, like I don't know how old your wife is, but she may need like mammograms, and she needs to be doing like self breast exams and that kind of thing.
I take care of
She's probably gonna beat you when you get home.
No.
Yeah, Sarah, it's one of the cervical cancer is the one that people will pass away from because they wait so long and they don't get their preventative health care.
So pooping in the box has a lot of false positives.
Cologuard.
I don't think that's true. I just was talking to the Cologuard person, and I think the newer ones have very good sensitivity. Matter of fact, I think it was like 90, I want to say 95 or 97% sensitivity.
Is there an odor problem with those?
It all depends.
I don't know. I don't get those. I go directly to the distributor.
Oh boy. Jeez.
Oh, I just wondered, like, did they test diarrhea?
I'm gonna
Well,
tell
there's
you,
things you're not supposed to eat. You don't do it if you've got diarrhea. You don't do it if you've got a hemorrhoid. That's
There
there's
might be blood or something?
yeah.
Right. Yeah. So if you have risk factors for certain things, so like because hemorrhoids will show positive for blood, and then
Yeah.
you're going to get your
Right.
colonoscopy anyways. And if you have hemorrhoids, then you have the risk of having like internal polyps and different things like that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I believe it's 10 o'clock. Is that right?
It's been fun.
Yeah, it has. It's been very informative today.
Yes.
And don't be such a stranger.
Oh, thank you. I
Not
was
paying
reading.
attention
I was
to
reading
me
the
at all.
comments.
Don't
Sorry.
be such a stranger to the show.
Oh, okay.
Come back on.
Yes.
And if Taryn would like to come on, that'd be
Yeah.
fun.
Okay.
Seriously,
Yeah.
get her
Yeah.
on here.
Yep. I will ask her.
Now I can ask her all kinds of. She's not my patient.
So what's your final thought, Charlie?
My final thought is from Schindler. This is Oscar Schindler, the guy who saved 1,200 Jews. He said, if you saw a dog going to be crushed under a car, wouldn't you help him? That was
Is that a question?
No, but that doesn't that shows the attitude that he was working
Yep.
with. So that's pretty cool. 1,200 people, and there's been others like that too. I remember there was this thing on Facebook years ago where like this guy's there watched some kind of show. I don't know if it was a show or if it might have been Schindler's List, but anyhow, they introduced this guy and how he'd saved so many people from the Holocaust. And they said, if you would happen to have anybody that was related to any of the people he saved, would you please stand up? The entire audience stood up. And that guy had no clue that they were even there. That's pretty
cool.
Who we got coming in tomorrow, Charlie?
Tomorrow, for our 200th show, we're going to go from the real doctor to the car doctor, Chris Robinson, the doctor of cars. So there we go.
All right.
Cool.
It'll be fun. Thanks for joining us.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
As soon as you get open, I want to be like one of the first patients. So,
Yes.
or if you need to do a test run of the facility,
We'll probably do an open house
Start with a
also.
colonoscopy.
Yeah, there you go.
I took him this long. I kept waiting
got
for him to
this.
say, "Let's get him on the table and let's do this test."
Well, we do want to do one live.
All right. Well, we're out of here. Everybody have a great day. See ya.
Oh, it's funny.
Great show, Tracy. You're the best.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
That's what Dr. Schuessler
oh.
said too. Plus, we'll agree.
You'll agree. We'll probably do open house once we get everything up and get the office
You got chocolate
organized.
chip cookies?
Is that